After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Switch. Hey, watch it.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And Lamar Miller, the 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 69 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch safety creep.
Come on. Sunday. Let's go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And some room to maneuver. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I got you, son. I got you. You're online. You're online, baby. Get this. You're online. Let's go.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit.
Hey, 31!
Crunch.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And so Lamar Miller, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 79 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Wait,
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. A 1st down throw for Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill. Mike 54.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Check 39. Let's go.
Now Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And the Texans first down.
19.
36.
34.
Check 3.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
19.
Tackle.
24.
We get.
Bang. 25.
Bang. Watch the safety creep. Check.
A first down carry now for Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. He'll score. It's a touchdown.
There we go.
A big play there. Taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 52. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
They'll throw again. Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good size lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Winston. And this is caught by Evans. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Blitz coming, And down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Third down and
2. 40.
Ready? Blue lady.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that
Follow.
Winston on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Green, triple T.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 10 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Bo Allen on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Tighten up.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill. Check for his leg.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. That's caught by Howard. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's going to be a long... Wait.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's got room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ready. Blue ready.
Check 55 to Mike. Cut.
Hey.
Kill.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Hudson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30. The 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 98 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Go. Go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Third down. 3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Watson now to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.